Sportscast here with Coach Englehart after the West Florida Argonauts take a 31-14 victory. Coach, give me your thoughts on this game. Obviously not what you wanted to see today.
No, just, I thought it's just disappointing. Disappointing because, West Florida played well. Got to give them a lot of credit, but you give them the ball however many times, on the other side of the field, which we did, turn the ball over. Can't turn the ball over in games like this. It's unfortunate. It's things that we harp on. I don't know what else to do. It's like maybe I should never even say anything about protecting the football and because it seems like the more I harp on it, the more it happens. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they're thinking about it too much, and then we do turn the ball over. Although I think one of them wasn't a turnover. I think Corey was down, but we'll see on the film. Too many penalties. Keeping drives alive. Undisciplined penalties that just can't happen. That's on me. Undisciplined football teams aren't going to win football games, and we're an undisciplined football team right now. And I got to figure it out. I got to figure out all that. It's on me as the head coach. So, but we didn't put ourselves in a position to win. Just didn't play well enough. Made way too many mistakes, and gave a good football team way too many chances at scoring opportunities. And when you do that, you're going to lose.
Talk a little bit about Trent. Got off to a little bit of a tough start. Do you think he's still trying to get himself right from the?
Oh yeah, he's not 100% at all. You can see that when he starts to scramble out of the pocket, he has no no real twitch and no real speed to get away from pressure that much, and it's frustrating to him. He wants to make plays and just doesn't have the quickness and speed back yet. So he's nowhere close to 100%, and he wants to play, and we're better with him. Him and Michael both playing right now, it's definitely affecting him, and obviously it's affecting our offense some, but that's no fault of his. He's trying his best. He's giving great effort, being a good leader, doing the things that he needs to do, and the second, the first pick was okay. It was a 3rd and long, and he throws up in the middle of the field. They pick it off. It's just as good as a punt. I was going to punt it right there if we didn't get it, and they get the ball inside the 10-yard line, I think it was. And then, but the second one, we got to make the catch. You got to make the catch. I'd like for them to change the rule where the umpire stands, right there at linebacker level, and put him behind the offense, because the umpire jarred the ball loose from our tight end when he was going to catch it. It pops up in the air, and they get an interception off of it. Just some unfortunate things happened, and then we beat ourselves in a lot of ways.
Coach, there's a lot of things you can practice for, obviously, during the week. One of them is not really the weather and the delays. How did you handle that, and how difficult is that to deal with?
It's really not that difficult. We deal with those situations a lot. There was a delay in last year's game. At West Florida, we had over an hour delay. We've had practices delayed and things like that, especially during camp. And you go back to the locker room and you wait for it to clear, and you go back out, and you have to re-warm up and refocus and get your mind set right. And I don't think that was an issue, or I don't think that was something that prevented us from playing well. It was just our own, once again, I can't put a finger on it. I can't put a finger on, missed assignments on things that we rep, 100 times throughout the week, against exactly the looks that we're faced with, against exactly the plays that the offense is running, and we get those reps, and then for some reason we don't execute sometimes on the field, and then can't understand how we could turn the ball over. We've turned the ball over. We got to be close to the bottom of the league, in turnover ratio. And then the penalties. Once again, the penalties. Things that just are unacceptable.
How would you evaluate the play of your defense?
Of the defense?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought they played well at times. They were able to do a decent job on the run, except they had one long run and hit a few in there on us, and we didn't cover very well on the back end. A lot of the sprint out passes early on that they hit in the flats, we weren't playing tight enough coverage, and then you got the kid that makes a great catch down their sideline on one of their long passes. But their first touchdown, we missed an assignment. Our safety's not where he's supposed to be, and they throw the ball to Tate in the back of the end zone down here. So, it's hit and miss right now. We're just not consistent enough. Not consistent on either side of the ball.
Talk a little bit about Michael. Obviously, the longest run from scrimmage, I believe, in school history. Also set the record for consecutive games with a touchdown. And
the most touchdowns in the season.
Right.
Rushing, yeah.
So obviously you've gotten a lot more out of him, or than maybe the fans were expecting. Was it even more than you're expecting?
From a rushing standpoint, yeah. I mean, I knew that he was going to play this year, and I knew that he could do a lot of things. But for sure, he's exceeded some of our expectations. And he's young. He's a freshman. He's got a lot of work to do. He's got a lot of work to do on his passing game, and we have to help him as well in those situations. But for a freshman to come in and break a few school records, in the run game, sure, that's exceeding expectations.
Talk a little bit about where you go from here. Obviously, West Alabama next week. You guys obviously need now to win out to finish above 500. So take it one game at a time and start with next week.
Yeah, but we got to look at the big picture, But definitely, it's a 1 week at a time. We prepare the same way every week, and West Alabama is going to come in here, and we got to play a better football game than what we did today, to get that win. And obviously, we have certain goals within our program, and one of those goals is to have a winning season. And we hit a few of our goals, and we haven't hit some of them now, and future ones we know that are not going to be hit. Playoffs and things like that, not going to be hit this year. But certainly a winning season to put the send the seniors out, with a winning season, and to build on that going into the offseason. Obviously, is what you want. And we have a very young football team right now, a really young football team, and hopefully they take today and they they bury it down deep and let that drive them and fuel them for future.
Last time we were here against Fort Valley State, you lamented the lack of energy. Where did you feel like your team's energy level was today?
I mean, it was a rivalry game. I think that they came in ready to play. You can never have too much energy, probably. I thought that they were energetic and things like that. Obviously, when you have the rain delay, you go back in, and you don't want them to just waste all their energy by being all jacked up. You got to get them to cool down and then get them back up. And I thought we did that fine, but I didn't see a lack of energy as a whole.
And just lastly, can you talk a little bit about what it would mean? Obviously, you want to take one game at a time, but what would it mean to have a winning season to finish the year on strong note?
Oh, I mean, it's once again, it's our number one goal right now is to finish off strong and win 3 games, 1 game at a time, and we can't win all 3 next week. We got to go beat West Alabama, and it'll be a tough contest, and we've always had close games with them, and but they're coming in here, and I don't know how they did today, but I'm sure that it'll be a tough game.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Okay, thank you.